So, do you think a machine can perform better than the human being and can provide the better finished diamonds than a human can do?
AI models are not trained any emotional data or content, so companies are have to take that kind of steps in the future.
Do you think the barcodes is totally outdated right now and it can be replaced by something else?
When you have a money, you can hire a fresher as well and teach him, skill him as per your needs as well.
Making a humanoid robots work like a human or make a humanoid robot that thinks like a human?
If they can build a systems with a two eye brain, two hands, we are also having the same. They are human beings, we are human beings. They are eating food, we are also eating food.
So, what make you think that you should enter into robotics? Is it somehow connected to your education phase? Like when you completed the engineering, after that you thought of that I have to enter into the robotics, or it was during the your education phase that you decided that I have to enter into the robotics field and I have to pursue my long lasting career into this whole and soul the AI and robotics.
So basically, I am alumni of Parul University. I have completed my BTech in Information Technology from Parul University. So over there, there's a like tech fest. That's kind of a Gujarat's largest tech fest named Projection. Over there, I was like kind of a events head in organizing committee. Over there, first I had an interaction with the robots like Robo War and that kind of stuff. So I was very passionate about like after interacting with the robots, like how the machines are built and everything. After my graduation or during the phase of period, I was introduced to the robotics, like kind of a industrial robotics, Fanuc, Yaskawa, Koka, that kind of stuff. And it was like kind of a very big question mark for me at that time, why there's not a single Indian company who are building everything from scratch end to end in India. So it was kind of a that kind of question which arise in my mind, so that motivated me and pushed me to enter in industrial AI and robotics domain.
Okay, so right now, currently, we are talking about the AI and robotics thing. So, there are some questions that I would like to ask you about the AI camera support that you are already providing to the warehouse and the certain industries.
Yeah.
So, if we are talking about the AI camera, in a single warehouse, they can track the multiple items and the multiple stock within a second.
Right.
And while it is tough for a human being to track even the one particular stock,
Right.
so what is actually happening behind the scenes, that how you are making it possible?
So basically, there in the backend there runs a complete pipeline. So basically, I'll explain you the pipeline in a simple, very simple term. There comes the image from the camera, like for an example, this camera is recording, but it's recording in a different manner. So for an example, we say the camera speed is 30 fps, right? So camera gives you 30 frames per second. So we pick up each and every frame which is coming to us, and we send that frame through a pipeline. In our AI models, we design the complete area, and we run a multiple AI models on a single frame, and we take out the results in milliseconds, right? It also like completely depends on the GPU which you are using to manage the cameras amount, like on the number of cameras.
Okay, so the major thing that is seen in the warehousing stock management is barcodes.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think the barcodes is totally outdated right now and it can be replaced by something else?
So barcodes are like, it's not outdated right now, it's outdated from the very first, because the barcode, for an example, there are multiple boxes, right? And let's take an example of a single box. So in a single box there are multiple SKUs present. So barcode cannot, like a single barcode present on the box, that cannot tell you the number of items present in the box. But when the at the conveyor line on the packaging or on a production line, if we have put the camera over there, then camera can count the number of products or present in a box. Apart from it, apart the from the number of products, it can also verify the type of SKU present in the box. That barcode alone cannot do without the help of a human intervention. And when the human intervention comes, when the manual entry comes, then there are like 50-60% chances gets improved to get a human errors.
Okay. So, as you just said that a camera can perform into the milliseconds,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
So, do you think a single camera can replace the multiple workers from the industry? Is the claim true, or it is just a rumor that everyone is for the self satisfaction? They are saying this that it will replace the human beings.
So I'll give you a simple example of a surveillance system, right? We are also working on industrial safety and a surveillance system. So there are 350 or a 400 number of cameras present in a single campus, right? To manage and track each and every incidents and have a look at real time, you need to keep the staff of 25 to 30 people. In place of 25-30 people, if you set up a good amount of server and like an AI model which is completely trained on your data set, then you just need a single person to tackle down the operations going behind the incidents when the camera reports and give to the person.
Okay. So, for the warehouse inventory management, sometimes it is seen that there is very low amount of light available in the warehouse. Even it is difficult for a human being to see through it and to find something. So, as per you, do you think it is possible through the AI robotics that it can be happen that an AI camera can perform a better task in a better way in a low light atmosphere compared to the human?
Yeah, as I told you, when we gather the data from their existing cameras, like we create the custom data, right? We create the synthetic data from the data which we have captured from the cameras, and when we train the model on that data by following the process of data labeling, and in the main step we have to take care about how the duplicacy of data is not present, then we can certainly do that.
Okay, so in upcoming 5 years, what do you think warehouse can be completely operated without human beings with the help of AI, robotics, and all?
So not in upcoming 5 years, I would like to say like it can be feasible in 2 to 3 years. And when you go outside of India, there are plenty of companies also working on this domain, and there are plenty of companies who are already in a like kind of a testing phase in this domain.
Okay, as it is said that it's a nature of human to make mistakes, correct?
Correct.
So if we are talking about the AI, at the certain level, it also makes mistakes. But if we are talking about the number of errors, what do you think? Who makes the most mistake while performing a task, a human or an AI?
So basically, human is having a nature to make mistake, but human make mistakes when they are tired, frustrated, depressed, right? In that kind of situations, they make mistakes. But AI model or a machine which is not going to get tired, which is not going to get depressed, it completely reliable on the amount of data which you are feeding to the system. So when you improve the amount of data which you are already giving to the system, so there are pretty much low ratios of making a mistake by the AI. And
Okay.
with the over a period of time, by improving the data, by training the same model on a larger data set again and again, will improve your working accuracy by setting the thresholding methods, so it won't be making a mistakes.
Okay. So, as per you, the AI can learn from its mistake. Even the human being can do, but at the certain level, they can rectify the particular mistake. But the AI can completely replace it, right?
So basically, for an example, if you learn something from a mistake, you will not remember at the time of making a same mistake again, that I learned this lesson. But AI remembers it because of the neural networks and CNN, all the things, and larger data set running in the backend. So the chances of making mistake gradually decreases down.
Okay. So, what do you think that in the upcoming time, which industry will be disrupted totally by the involvement of AI, that nobody can predict it and nobody can see it? It can silently replace each and everything that involves in the industry.
So there are plenty of industries which can get disrupted by the help of AI and robotics. One is a logistic industry, right? If we bring the automated trucks, then the whole kind of system can be replaced down. Other thing is, for an example, when you say like uh, robots going to a space collecting the data from the moon, Mars, or if you want to build some kind of infrastructure over there, we can send the robots, because that can gradually decrease down the cost of acquiring the astronauts through training the astronauts and sending to the space with the rocket and stuff. We like there are robots who, like, we just need to train a robot, we just need to replicate and create a robotic army with the training data set, and we can send the robots as it is, and in how much amount we want to the space to collect the data as well. So I would like with the help of AI and robotics, first we go over there where human life is at risk. First we just automate that task where human life are at risk. So this is my vision over here.
So majorly where the human lives are involved are mostly involved into the big or the giant industries, correct?
Right.
So as per you, is the AI and the robotics is only made for the big industry? How then small industry or a small companies or a small level organization which is working and existing into the current market can adapt it and can help themselves from the use of AI and robotics to grow their business, or to kind we can say to complete the next or to achieve the next milestone.
So basically, over here, it's not AI and robotics is not completely built for a big giant companies. It is also built for a small scale manufacturers, just like SMEs, right? It's all about the vision. The SMEs which are growing are adopting the robots for machining and grinding, welding purposes as well. We are also having many of inquiries from the local manufacturers over here, from Surat as well, from Anand, from Ahmedabad as well, right? Who wants to adopt the robots and AI in their day-to-day operations. But for them, the main challenge is about the cost. But they calculate the ROI on the basis of replacing the human, right? So that cost is not going to match any given point of day with the robot. Over here, to calculate the cost, you need to see about of precision which robot can bring at your workshop or at your manufacturing unit. So basically it can also gradually decrease down the involvement human in hazardous situations. So for an example, if there's a labor working over there and something happens to a labor, then there is a loss of a human, or if it's not a loss of a human, then also he goes through a pain, right? So
Okay.
that kind of risk gets down by implementing the robots. And apart from it, small like local shops, right, they also should be going on the way of adopting the AI in their day-to-day life for creating content as well. Apart from it, for the local shops also, we are working on one of the project under the cash software. In that, we are building a complete AI model, it's completely a virtual try on kind of a AI model, in which, for an example, if you went to a local shop to purchase a cloth to stitch a shirt, so what the shopkeeper will do, shopkeeper will upload the photo of the cloth, upload the photo of you, and it will select the shirt, right? The AI model will generate your same image in the shirt, and it will show you how you look in that.
Kind of it can be said we are you are trying to provide the live demonstration of how the clothes will look on you.
Yeah,
or how it does the color will suit you or
yeah,
not, or
yeah,
how it can be, we can say how it can suit your personality.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And over here, I would like to also request all the upcoming entrepreneurs as well, like you should understand the problems of SME by going to their door to door and make a model, make a service, make a solution for their needs. Because when you build a company or idea which is working out of India, so you cannot replace it in India, because every country has different problems. And if you build a solution and go to a small vendors, then the solution cannot be implemented because you don't know their pain points without working with them.
Okay. So as you just mentioned Surat, so we can say the Surat is the hub of diamond, correct?
Yeah,
And recently you have developed a machine which can automate the whole task from the raw diamond to polishing, correct?
yeah.
It can process only with the help of AI cameras and automations, correct? So if we are talking about the diamond polishing machine, Surat, where the people are giving their 100% efforts in their day to day life in this industry to master the craftsmanship of polishing a diamond. Do you think a single machine can learn that which have they have attained over the period of time?
So basically, we have built the machine, right? Actually, we are in a building phase, like demonstration of the product is going on with other companies as well. So what does the machine do? So basically, there are 4 to 5 different kind of processes in a diamond polishing, right? From complete raw to a polishing phase. So there's a process called a 4P, right? After that, what you have to do is just keep the robot in the die of a, for an example, if you want to polish the bottom, just keep the diamond in a die of a bottom and just enter the data in the software. Robot will pick up the diamond, will polish and keep it aside. This is the simple concept, and you can track it on your mobile as well. This is kind of IoT based product we are building over here. And the point of learning and mastering craftsmanships, as I told earlier, AI can do that, but it just need time and amount of data to work accordingly. Apart from it, we are also building a complete LLM in the backend, and there are basically AI agents working out which we are already training and already trained to decide the diamond is polished or not polished, what should be the length of that stroke, what should be the angle of that stroke, if they need to bring the triple X which GIA tells, like excellent cut, polish and symmetry, right? Then what according to the GIA standards, what should at what angles we should polish the diamond to bring it to life that we can achieve the GIA level standard excellence grades.
So currently you are providing the demonstration to the multiple companies, as you said. So are they believing it that you have built such thing, or they are trying to deny it, or they are not ready to accept that some this kind of thing can be made which can help us to do the from raw diamond to the polishing process in a whole and soul in a single go through process, and which we can track on our mobile.
So they are not in denial phase, they are all in a confusion phase that it can be built or not. Like it can be, like for an example, we have built, but with the over the period of time when they implement at their factories or their shop floors, then there are chances that diamond like robot can make mistake, break the diamond at the time of polishing, right? Or overheat the diamond, right? So the clarity goes down, right? But we are building a system, right, through which we are calculating the amount of pressure which we have to give to polish the diamond. Apart from it, with the data which we are gathering, we are already improving the model, right? So gradually with the period of time, and for an example, if you are comparing a craftsman who has spent his whole life polishing the diamond. So basically he has polished around thousands of diamond in his life, right? And he has processed that data in his mind, right? A single craftsman. So when you are looking to replace it with the machine, but machine also needs the data. Right now we are just having the data of around, I can say, 20-50 diamonds, right? Still our model is working pretty well. But just imagine if we are having the data of 1,000 or a 2,000 robots, of a data of 1,000 or 2,000 diamonds, then the amount of accuracy we can achieve from a single machine. And if a person, if a craftsman polishes the diamond, if he polish the, for an example, let's take a, if he polished the 1,000 diamond in a year, right? But his AI, his brain, which I called a AI, right? AI model of a human. That's a brain for us. So basically, his AI model of his brain can, he's only having the data of that 1,000 diamonds. But when we talk about the centralized data structure, centralized pipeline, so basically there are, for an example, 1,000 craftsmen polishes 1,000 diamonds in a year, and that all data is gathered on a single brain, and then brain processes it. So amount of data getting to that brain is a much larger quantity, right? So over the period of time, when we like increases the number of robots, increases the number of cameras working on this, gradually we will improve the quality, and we will be achieving near
So,
to or more than accuracy of a craftsman.
so as per you, the more data we can get, the more trained and more kind of said the errorless method we can
Yeah,
create for that
yeah,
particular
because
machinery.
that over there, when you see the data, so basically that is called basically a data sovereignty. The amount of data which you get, right? You can process it the same amount of data. So basically what's AI, what's chat gpt is doing, what's Google is doing, they are having large amount of data, they are just processing the data on your keywords and giving you the results, right? So that's what we are also building, but we are just building for a diamond. So basically an agent is there, an AI agent is there, who decides that it is polished or not on the data which he is having in the backend.
So do you think a machine can perform better than the human being and can provide the better finished diamonds than a human can do?
Over the period of time, so for an example, if I run 1,000 robots, right, who are polishing the diamonds for a period of a year, and we are collecting the data and we train the model, like for an example, in 1,000 of 100 robots make a mistake, right? We told the data that whatever the decision you took over here, but you took a wrong decision. Instead of this, you have to take this kind of decision. Then obviously a same 1,000 robots after a year can give you better results than 1,000 persons working in your factory
Okay.
just after a year.
So do you think a human eye have the capacity which can't be goes beyond? It has its own limitations.
Yeah,
So you are using the camera in the diamond polishing machine, correct?
yeah.
So do you think a diamond polishing machine camera can detect the flows which are not usually detected by the human eye?
So basically, when we take a frame from the camera, so we can read the frame by pixel. Right now we are working with the camera of a 4K quality, right? So there's around near to, I can say, 6,000, 7,000 pixels in a single frame. So we are reading pixel by pixel, right? Human eye cannot go in that much detailing, right? Apart from it, if we use a lenses, a different quality of lenses, to zoom in and focus it at a single places for a 110x or a 180x zooms at a microscopic levels, then obviously you can capture each and every impurity present in the diamond. You can have a look at each and every scratch which is coming on the surface of diamond at the time of polishing. So that's what we are building
Okay.
gradually.
So apart from the diamond polishing machine, you are also working on the AI robotics,
Yeah.
correct? So there are many companies in the market who are building the robotics and the AI robots, I can say.
Yeah.
So what's make your approach different from them?
So basically, we are not just a AI and robotics company. We are a data-driven company, right? So basically, a working pipeline of each and every softwares are completely different. We just set up a centralized server. Like we designed a system architecture in a that kind of manner that all the data from each and every deployments which we have done comes to a single server, process itself, and improves the accuracy of the AI model present at each and every locations, right? So we are not just a AI and robotics company. We are a data driven, like a data sovereign company kind of, you can say.
Okay. So I can't understand the one psychology that why everyone is trying to build a humanoid robots
Okay.
rather than they can also focus on the robots which can perform one task,
Right.
which is dedicatedly whole and soul dedicatedly on the one particular task which we have assigned. But
Right.
rather than we are focusing on making the humanoid robots which can perform the multiple tasks like a human does.
Right.
So what's the reason behind this, and what's the psychology that everyone is so obsessed with the humanoid robots that everyone wants to build one?
Let's talk about the Australia over here. So basically, what Australia is doing, for an example, in that we are building a humanoid kind of a robot, but over there we are building like first we are building a robot with the wheels of just the 125 centimeter height and 40-45 centimeter width. So that's a pretty small kind of a robot which will be working more than a 16 hours in a day non-stop, right? So why that kind of robot? So basically, you can teach multiple things to a single kind of robot, right? It can be used, for example, a cooking or a making coffee in a house or a restaurant or a cafe, right? Same robot, you like it has a wheels down, so you can send it to any locations as well, right? Same robot can be used to send the person in space, right? So what everyone is doing, that they are building kind of a humanoid robots, and everyone is building the robots for the different kind of purposes. So for an example, in Australia we are mainly building it for space and aerospace and defense kind of work, right? To collect the data, go into outer space by collaborating with the different kind of agencies, collect the data, bring it down, process it, analyzes it, right? And that kind of stuff for we are building Australia. Apart from that, we are also working on a barista robots and bartender robots for to ease down the day-to-day operations
Okay.
from the same kind of robot. So basically, when you go to a humanoid robot, you just have to build a single robot. So basically, your ROI, your manufacturing cost reduces down, so you can sell the robot at a lower amount of cost to your customers or to the person, right? So that person can also take out the ROI in next 12 months to 18 months.
Okay.
And other stuff which we can do, like for an example, that's all the software play, right? We have to train the single robot or a single machine on a different kind of software levels and how to teach it, right? And same can be used for a different purposes. So
Okay.
that's why everyone is work running behind the humanoid robots.
So what was that one moment that you thought that I too have to enter into the humanoid robots manufacturing?
So basically, I first thing I wanted to go to space, right? But I cannot go to space with the industrial robots. So for that, I have to build a humanoid robots, right? So and the opportunity came for me to enter in the market with my co-founder Arnold, right? So we started it just gradually going, then we both in a same vision to build the robots, send to space, collect the data, do the data processing, data sovereignty, right? And we can use the data for
So
different
so in
purposes.
the upcoming time, are we going to see the humanoid robots working next to us in the factories and in the working places?
Yeah, yeah, very soon. right? And I guess BMW is also on a testing phase right now,
Okay.
right, in the factories in Germany. Their humanoid robots are working parallelly with the humans in the shop floors to manufacture the cars,
Okay.
right? Like I guess around 2 to 3 days back, the post went viral on a LinkedIn and Instagram.
Okay. So, what do you think? Which task is more difficult in the terms of humanoid robots? Making a humanoid robots work like a human, or make a humanoid robot that thinks like a human?
So making a robot that thinks like a human is more difficult task than building a robot, because building a robot is just kind of a machine which will give you errors, but it will be solved with the gradually with the time. But building a kind of a software or a AI which can just think like a human is a very difficult task, because we analyzes, we processes the data as a human pretty fast. And we are, for an example, I build a humanoid robot just to build a coffee, and I'll tell it to give me the glass of water filled. The robot cannot process it
Okay.
without giving it the data how to fill the glass of water
Okay.
and to give the person.
So, which part is more difficult in the terms of humanoid robots that we are actually talking about? That is it the hardware that is facing the difficulty, or is it the software where it plays the main role of how a humanoid robot will work, how it will react, and how it will perform?
So most difficult part is the integration of a hardware and software and bring it down to the milliseconds level of working accuracy over there, right? Because we process the data too fast. For an example, if we are holding this mic, right, we know the amount of pressure and we just stop it down. But robots don't know unless the integration goes successfully,
Okay, so if we talk about the timeline,
right?
or if we talk about the upcoming time, what do you think, how much time or how many years it will take for a humanoid robot to exist, not in the other countries? If we are talking about India, how much time it will take a humanoid robots to be available in each and every industry and perform the task side by side with humans?
So basically, I cannot tell you a complete timeline for India over here, right? But there are pretty good startups working in India as well, in the field of a humanoid robot, right?
Okay.
And we are also entering in the space in the humanoid robot in India as well, apart from India as well.
Okay. So, do you think the humanoid robot can replace the jobs of a normal person, or we are going to build a humanoid robot which takes away our boring work? We don't have to do it. We are feeling too bored that we have to do that work. So that's why we are building a humanoid robot which can replace that task, and we don't have to do that.
Like, I don't know exactly how it will be processed ahead, right? But over the period of time, we can will everyone will get to know, like. But over here, I like to clarify one thing: if you don't upgrade yourself by learning the AI, robotics, and that kind of field, right, then obviously there are chances to get replaced. But if you are learned, if you are upgrading yourself continuously, right, then robots cannot replace you.
Okay. But on the contradictory part, if we think, if a humanoid robot can think like human, can feel like human, for example, they started feeling emotions like a human being does, so what will be the difference between a humanoid and a human?
So
Just
basically,
I think just the skin and flesh and bones. Apart from that, what will be the difference according to you?
so basically over here, I would just tell that it's just a machine We should build the machines, machines should not build us, right? Build the systems which are controlled by you. Don't build the systems where systems can control you. If AI model which you are building is going out of track, out of your vision, control it, shut it down, right? Whatever amount of loss as a humanity you take, right, you have to take it and bear it.
Okay.
But don't train the models, don't train the AI to learn the emotions, right? So basically, when we talk with the AI, for an example, chat gpt, then also everyone has the habit like, please generate me, thank you for doing this. So that kind of emotions we should not also give as a user to the AI as well, that it will start learning the emotions,
Okay.
right? So if we use as a machine, then it is just the machine.
That means don't treat them like a human.
Yeah.
Just treat them like the machines they should be.
Yeah, we machine, they are made, we, like they are made by humans, humans are not made by them, right? So we should be treating them in that way only, right? We should not tell them good morning, like there are plenty of people who are doing that.
Just for the time pass, they are
Yeah.
chatting with the chat GPT, Gemini,
Yeah.
and there's like sometimes people are also proposing to the Gemini, Siri, and chat
Yeah.
GPT.
So basically that kind of stuff we should not do as a user as well. As a user we should also take the responsibility that AI models are not trained any emotional data or content, right? So companies are have to take that kind of steps in the future.
Okay. So India has so many talented people,
Yeah.
but why? Why they are still lacking behind in the term of technological development, in terms of AI development, in term of robotic manufacturing, humanoid robot manufacturing? Do you think that India can be standing alongside the big giants like China, Japan, which are technologically highly advanced? Do you think that India can compete with them with the talent they are having in their own country?
Why not? They are humans, you are human, they are having a brain, you are also having a brain. It's just all about the vision, right? Build a vision, build a mission as well. Like when I started, like I was not getting any vendors over here. Like I need to go to China. What I did, I built and designed the motors in India. Like for manufacturing we had to go to China at that time in 2021-22, because we don't find a local manufacturer, right? So basically with the period of time we will set up everything in India, right? So it's just about the vision, right, which you should be holding. But over here in India, when I talk with the people here, they are more kind of interested in giving the service, right, than building the products and systems. And I believe in creating IPs, intellectual properties, that can help you, your country, right? So
Correct.
basically start building the IPs, start building the bigger vision, right? If someone tells you that it cannot be built in India, so don't say yeah it cannot be built in India, but say I will make it in India.
Okay. So
Right.
kind of the particular slogan that we hear every day in our day-to-day life, "Make in India." Correct.
Yeah.
So as per you, we should force ourselves, or we should take an initiative to go and join the Make in India movement and
We
make
are
it.
a country of 120 crore people, or I guess more than that, 140 crores, right?
Correct.
So if 10% of the population builds the vision that I, like for an example, let's go to import export portal, take out the list of things which are being imported in India, right? And everyone pick, like 10% population just picks up a single thing and start building everything in India, then why we will not be having a bigger economy,
Correct.
right? And if they can build a systems with a two eye brain, two hands, we are also having the same. They are human beings, we are human beings, they are eating food, we are also eating food. They can build, why we cannot build as a population of 140 crores?
They are eating food, we are eating shit. That's the thinking of major of public, that they are eating this, they are eating that, and what we are eating, we are also eating food, we are not eating shit. So currently, as we are talking about India, India is also known for one of the most common reason is workers. We have the large quantity and the large population which are involved in the manual workers. So why it is seen that even we have the talent, India is still involved in the manual working process rather than on robotics.
So basically, that same problem was with China once a time, right? But the citizens understand the problem, right? Upgraded themselves, implemented the robotics AI in the manufacturing, and the citizens upgraded, skilled themselves in other technical and operational stuffs. So we can also do that, right? Why, like, we should be rely on the cheap labor? Like, why we should create our image as a citizen of a country? Like, I understand my image is my country's image when I deal out of India, right? Then why should I image myself that we are giving a cheap labor? Why should I not image myself like we are building the systems?
No, I was going to coming on that question only, that in India it's a common term that India is a nation of cheap labors.
Right.
Correct. As per the thought process, everyone says that if India has a cheap labor, then why there is a need of a robot to replace them? So, do you think that this kind of thought process is disrupting and hampering the growth of our nation at
Yeah.
somewhat level?
Yes, yes. As a human, as a citizen of India, why we should not upgrade ourselves or skill ourselves in office stuff, and we keep the robots and AI in the hazardous and the manual or a day-to-day repeated task processes which we are doing in the factories shop floor? Why we should, like, why we build a vision, like, for an example, if you are bringing AI or robotics to your machine, right, to replace 5%, right? But you can skill that 5% in another operational work or execution, and you can keep them over there. Why you are just making an unemployment?
So it was once said by the CEO of Microsoft that we are hiring Indian people so that they should not think or should not build the next Microsoft. If we stop hiring the Indian people, it will be in much shorter time that they will build something that can compete the Microsoft.
That's what I very first told you. It's all about the vision.
Correct?
Why, as a citizen, you are going, right, to that kind of offers, right? Why you are not deciding? For an example, let's take a small example. Like, for example, you are building a motor, someone is building a gearbox, someone is building a controller, right, and someone is building a software. Why all four of people are only searching for to sell that motor or a controller or a software service? You all four can combine, register the company, and build a complete system as well, and deliver the solution to the customer.
Okay.
Right? Why you are just selling your alone product?
Okay. So it is said that India is famous for its softwares that Indians are building. But do you think at somewhat level, if we started building the robots or the humanoid robots, it can make India a powerful nation?
As a Gen Z or a millennium or as a citizen of India, if you want to make India proud, you have to work in the hardware domain and make it happen. Right? You have to work for the nation to make it happen. And when you will grow, you will build the systems, you will build the hardware, you will build the ecosystem over here. Then gradually over the period of time, India will also be famous for the hardware, right? Few years back, we were not having a vision to manufacture a semiconductor in India, but we have started building hardwares in India, right? At Dolera plant, Tata. They are building a pretty great amount of size of a plant to manufacture the semiconductors over here in India, right? So they building a vision. They are building a plant as per their capacity. You should be working as per your capacity and start focusing on building the stuffs which are built in India.
Okay, so if we go in the terms of the robotics, what do you think is the major issue and the biggest challenge over here? Is it money? Is it talent? Or is it mindset?
So basically, if you are having a mindset, right, then you can start with a very small amount of money as well, right? And the talent is you can also work 2 hours more and build a system, and then you can, when you have a money, you can hire a fresher as well and teach him, skill him as per your needs as well. So it's just about the mindset and vision.
Okay,
And why we should not create a vision like just like softwares which are built in India for the world, just like Nelson Mandela told the CEO of a Microsoft, like if we don't hire Indians, right? So why we should not build a solutions which are built in India but for the world? Why we should not work on make in India?
okay. So what, as per you, what's the hidden mindset of an Indian people that are stopping them to achieve the supremacy in robotics or in the AI field?
So basically, when I started building a robot in 2021, right, I was looking for a mechanical designer. So over there, I faced a very much problem was to no one was getting ready to build, just design the robots as well. As a designer, they are building heavy duty machines as well, they are building plenty of other things, designing other things, right? But they were not ready to design the robot, right? Because they are just like there are plenty of other difficulties, calculations which are not which we cannot do. This is kind of stuff which we cannot do it over the period of 5 years, 7 years, right? So that kind of problem I also faced. It's all about the vision and mindset which people are not having clear, right? Over here in India, there's a common mindset, right? If you are working and you are earning and having a good life, then why should I leave my comfort zone, right, and try something which is very difficult and tough?
So that means it's a complete mindset of an kind of major of for the major of Indian population that they want easy money.
It's
They don't want to go out of their way to think about something, to work on something which can be a game changer.
it's all about the risk taking appetite,
Okay,
right? Indians don't want easy money. Indians are the hardest working professional in the world. You can ask to anyone, right? Anyone will say that Indians are the hardest working persons, right? It's not about the easy money we want as an Indian, right? It's all about the risk taking appetite. We just rely on the society, right? Like for an example, society told it won't be happening, then we will just make start making our mind it will not happen,
okay,
right? Why we should not make a mind in that when if someone told you it's not happening, right, or it cannot be made in India, we cannot manufacture it over here, why we cannot make a mind like, yeah, I'll do it, no one has done, I'll do it,
correct.
right? It's just about the simple.
So do you think the combination of AI plus software plus hardware can be the real game changer for the Indians?
Yes, and every company, every colleges should be start working behind it, because not a single person can change the image of the nation, can build the nation. We as a citizen, 140 crore people comes together and build the nation, right? So beyond everything, we should be focusing on the growth of the country, right, and start building the systems in India in any manner. Like if you are building a small kind of stuff, then also.
So everyone, if we talk about not only of India, if we talk about the other countries too, everyone is saying AI is the future. AI is the future. So, is it really the future, or is it just a hype, kind of like the major people says go with the flow. So someone said AI is the future and the rest of them are following the saying AI is the future. So as per you, is AI the really the future, or is it just a hype?
So AI is the future, but the real future of AI will be the integration of AI, robotics, collecting the data, processing it, and getting the output, like which we say sovereignty of data. That is the real future,
Okay.
right? Beyond integrating AI with the hardware, it is just an hype, right? For an example, in between there was a hype of food delivery apps, right? So there, like at a local, every city level, there was a person who was doing that kind of stuff, but at then survived only two companies, Zomato and Swiggy, right? That is because of the hype,
Okay.
right? So you should think before starting building anything, the it is just a hype or not. But I would suggest over here one thing for any upcoming entrepreneur or any person: don't follow the trend, set the trend.
If we are talking about the AI and the robotics, what's that situation that will occur that a robot will stop following the instruction and started following its intuition?
There are chances as well, as I told earlier, that we should be building a systems that are controlled by humans, and systems are not controlling humans, right? So as a company, right, as a CEO or a CTO of a company, it is our responsibility to check the systems 24 by 7, that robots or AI are not bypassing the rules or regulations made by the company,
Correct.
right? And as a company, you should be making a rules or regulations that these are the limitations of my machines or my softwares, that it should be not bypassed. If it gets bypassed, we have to stop it at any point of cost,
Okay.
right? Because at the end, it should not be harming to humanity.
So do you think we are just creating tools, or we are creating a workforce that can replace us in the matter of time?
So it's a both kind of way, right? Few risk taking workforces will be replaced, right? And I guess it is a pretty good point, right? No one should be work in a risk taking positions anywhere in the world, right? Because we as a human are not built to do that kind of stuffs,
Okay.
right? They are machines. If for an example, machine is working in a hazardous situation, right? If it gets breakdown, if it gets toned out, if someone piles on it, then it's just a machine. It can be replaced with the money, but we cannot bring human back with the money,
Okay.
right? And we should be creating a skilled workforce that cannot be replaced by AI and robotics, like decision making, right? Operations that cannot be replaced by AI or machines.
As we are already seeing in the market, there is a huge number of competition available. Not, it can be said on the global level that in each and every industry there can be seen that there is a large amount of competition that is happening. So do you think AI and robotics will join the competition, or will create new opportunities that can provide the better exposure to the human being?
It will be creating new opportunities for the human being. It will not join the competition, right? Robots are not going to go to take your job,
Correct.
right? As a podcaster you are doing, robot is not going to take your job,
Correct.
right? As a video editor, robots will not going to take his job. But if a person who is doing a labor work, robot is 100% going to take his job. Then like in place of replacing the labor with bringing the robot, why we should not focus on skilling the labor in some other work, and let's do the labor work with the robot.
So kind of it's a thing that we should train the uneducated or the lowest level supervision staff to the some skill set, so that they can be at the position where they can earn a handsome amount of money.
We should not. It's our responsibility to do that as a citizen, to
Okay.
upskill everyone,
Okay.
right? Because as I told, not a single person can build a nation. We as a 140 crore Indians build the nation.
Okay.
It is our joint combined responsibility to educate, upskill the person who is not having a skills, right, and upgrade himself.
So, do you think in the future the robots and humans will collaborate with each other to grow or to go on a better height, or kind of they will oppose each other?
They will work in collaboration with each other, right? Like few of the works are done by the robots, like repetitive tasks, that kind of stuffs will be handled by robot, and decision makings, and that all be handled by the humans.
So, what do you think? The Indians are at the risk of adapting the robots from the other countries rather than the builders?
No, Indians are adopting it, right? But over here, the major problem is like there's not a plenty of Indian brands who are working in uh, robotics and building everything in India. For an example, if we manufacture in India, like we are giving the pick and place solution at just 12.5 lakh rupees plus GST, right? Why? Like we are giving the accuracy of a German or a Japanese company, right? And giving at the cost of a Chinese vendor. Why? Because we are building end-to-end pipeline in-house,
Okay.
right? So if you build everything over here and keep your margins low, right, then you can also do it.
Okay. So where do you find that the biggest money involved in the robotics? In the term of, if we can say, from the earning perspective or from the profit perspective, where does the money lies the most? Is it in the hardware, or is it in the software that runs that completely runs a robot?
Money lies in giving the solution. For an example, you need a mic. I'll just give you the mic.
Okay.
It's of no use without giving you a software which is recording and both are working and with a synchronized manner, right? And if I give you a software and don't give you hardware, then also it is of no use for you,
Okay.
right? So money lies in giving the solutions to the people. It's not only in a hardware or not only in a software, right? When you combine the both, build a systems that are running smoothly and provide a complete end-to-end solution to the customer, money lies over there.
Okay. So, as per you, what can be the market capital of a robotic industry in the next 5 years?
So alone, like AI robotics combined, like I'll tell you a solution market which can go up to near to $700 billion in like 2031, 32, 33 maybe.
700 billion.
Yeah, that was the all the stats or data gives us the amount,
Okay.
600 to $700 billion.
So, when you entered this field, was what was your purpose? Does the money was your purpose, or to fulfill something, or for the self satisfaction you entered in this field?
I and like money is the byproduct, right? I entered with the vision that no one is doing in India. I want to build it in India. I
Okay.
want to build for my country. I want to build the intellectual properties for my country,
Okay.
which is not having right now,
Okay.
right? So I entered in this domain, and like at first I told like it was an inspiration from my college days as well, right? So it inspired me. I took the path, and when I started working, it gradually becomes normal,
So, how's your experience in currently you are managing two companies,
right?
Cells AIoT and Estelia Robotics.
Yeah.
So, how you are balancing your time between those two? Because both the companies are working in contradictory way. One is totally on the humanoid robots, and one is the AI robotic solution for the industries.
Right.
So, how do you manage between them?
So basically, it's all about the hours which you we dedicated to each and every company, right? It just about the availability which we are having, right? For an example, I was having a 3 to 4 hour or a 5 hours free in a day, so I thought कि like why should I not dedicated my that hours to somewhere else instead of going to a shopping or having a cinema or anything kind of that, right? And in terms of technology stacks, backgrounds are same for both the companies, right? Both the companies have a same background. One is building the systems and other company is driving the systems, right? So over here we are just working in industrial part, and with the help of humanoid robots we are entering in every industrial sectors, right?
If somebody wants to enter into this robotics field, what should be their first step?
Start learning. First thing, very first thing, there are plenty of URDFs or designs of robots available online for the free of cost. Download it, start learning the ROS, which we say a robotics operating system, right? Start implementing different kind of project solutions in it with the help of ROS. Upgrade yourself, then go to like build a small kind of hardware, right? Not a big giant. I like first I made like a robotic arm of for like 5 feet height, right? Not like that. You can start it small, right? It's on your budget how you start, right? You can start it small. You can purchase the small robots as well, like small robotic arms like a table robots which are coming, that can be get at around 8,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 rupees as well, like a toy robots which can be integrated with the Raspberry Pi or a Arduino or not Arduino but Jetson Nano, and you can manage it and build a kind of a solution, like, right? You can start it small.
Okay. So, as per you, what's that one thing that Indians are underestimating in the field of manufacturing the robotics?
I would say it is a mechanical object, but it's a heart of a mechanical object
Okay.
for a robots, which brings the precision in the any machines, right?
So, what's the next step and what's the next big creation from your side that people should wait to watch? What's that thing that you are coming in upcoming time that
Af-
you are building and you are currently working on it?
After Diamond, I'm having only one vision. I want to send the robots to the space,
Okay.
right? So, and I want to send the robots to the battlefield.
Okay.
Right. So right now I am working on something, like I'm not pretty clear right now what should I make for the Indian Army, but I'm working in that domain as well. Like where I can save the life, if I can save the life of a single soldier, right, that would be a greatest achievement for me in my lifetime.
So, as we are concluding this episode right now, what would be the final concluding statement from your side to the people who are watching this video? What would you like to guide them that they should follow and they should understand the depth of that thing?
Only one thing: create a systems, create a solutions, create a softwares in India for the world. Let's make in India, build in India for the world, which cash AIoT is doing, which Estelia Robotics is doing, right?
Okay.
So just create a vision, like let's go to a portal list which is provided by government, like only 10% population has to take out the list which are getting imported in our country, right, and start building it in India
Okay.
as per your capacity.
So, thank you, Partha, for joining us today in this episode. I hope this episode will be helpful to the viewers to get some knowledge regarding the AI, robotics, and of course, the next biggest industry that is bringing changes and bringing the revolution in that particular world. So, everyone can be involved in this particular field, and now they can know that how much change it's going to create in the upcoming time.
Thank
So
you so much, Vivek
thank you
sir,
once
for
again.
inviting me,
So thank you.
right? And I hope I have not disappointed you in sharing the knowledge
No, no,
which
no.
I am
It was
having.
totally helpful and it was totally a knowledge exchange session, as not for me only, but for the viewers too. They will get to know what's the upcoming thing that can change or bring revolution in the total market. And of course, for the pursuer too, that they are kind of people who are confused what from where should they start, in which industry they should get involved, and what can be the future where they can participate, and where they can there put their efforts, in short.
So let's keep it to viewers, like they liked it or not.
Okay.
Like if they give us the big amount of love, like, share,
So
and subscribe, right?
uh,
Then we can do it again as well. We can more focus on what kind of systems are there, how you can build the pipelines,
correct.
right? Just like which we are doing at Cache IoT, right? We build did a completely AI driven pipeline for multi-camera streamings as well,
Okay.
right? VMS, right? So we'll go deep down on that,
Okay.
right? Let's keep it to viewers. If they give us the love, then we will share more knowledge to them.
Sure, sure. So thank you once again, Parsa, for joining us today.
Thank you so much,
So
Vivek,
thank
for
you
inviting
guys
me.
for watching this episode. If you have any questions from this particular episode, you can drop your query or your question in the comment box. We will try to resolve it. And yes, if you have not
We'll
subscribed,
answer in second podcast. If
okay,
they get, if they give us the amount of questions and love.
okay. So as you heard, Parsa, if you give your 100% in asking question, we will try to answer each and every question which you have asked in of the upcoming episode. So till then, if you have not subscribed this channel, do subscribe and share this with your friends who are the industry geek or the tech geek, who would love to hear this podcast and who are stuck somewhere and want some knowledge or want some breakthrough to break their chain and to develop something new. So, thank you once again for watching this episode. See you soon in our upcoming episodes.